So I want to take my opportunity to start this topic that this one is very nice, and most people enjoy this kind of topic, but you need to be really careful because it takes a while for people to execute this simplification. So this is what you do, ladies and gentlemen. The first step, you reduce these big numbers into simple terms, like the simplest factors. For instance, you look at the factors of 10 is 2 multiplied by 5. So you rewrite it. You do like this. So second step, we'll say, we'll take it step by step. You say 2 multiplied by 5, close brackets. Still, both is raised to the power 2x plus 3. And then you multiply by these 4. 4 has factors as well. You say 2 multiplied by 2, close brackets, to the power 1 minus x sharp. So now you ask yourself, can you break this 5 further to a simpler factor? No. 5 is only 1 and 5, so it remains the same. This is the simplest. You can't break 2 further. You can't break 2 further. So we are fine on the numerator side. Done. So now you go to the denominator. You look at the 25. You say 25 in terms of factors. It's 5 multiplied by 5. You do it like this. 5 multiplied by, I'm sorry. So 5 multiplied by 5 is raised to the power 2 plus x. Most of the time I encourage people to put brackets on the power as well when it's 2 terms. You will see where it's important. Just for now, just follow it formally like that. So let's continue, just like to create enough space for us to navigate this problem. So this step, we are done with it. Now we are checking. You can't break this 5 further. Almost every term has its own what. Now we are supposed to allocate the powers. So we've found the factors. This step, we just call it the factors step. You see, the factor step. So done. So now we continue to the second step. So what do we do now? We allocate Lama power. So for instance, you see, like, this power will be allocated to the 2 and to the 5 separately. So this is what we do now. We say 2 to the power 2x plus 3. We close the brackets and say and 2 for the 5 as well. You say this is a rule of indices. 2x plus 3. It's the rule of indexes, and then you multiply it by, you say 2 to the power 1 minus x, like this, separate. You break it, and then you say 2 to the power 1 minus x again, separate. You are done with the numerator. Now all the terms are standing on their own like this. So you say all over, and then on the denominator, same applies. So you say 5 to the power 2 plus x. It's good that we put the brackets, and then multiplied by 5 to the power 2 plus what? Plus x. Great. So now so we move to this to the other step. So mind you, we have a rule of index that we did in Lena. This one, what was it? This is the rule of the index. Let's say you have a multiplied by b to the power m. This is the rule of the index, is equal to a to the power m and b to the power m. It's not part of the question, but I'm just showing you which rule are we using. So we move to the next question. To the next step. We are done with this step. So now you collect like terms. you collect like terms, you bring all the, what can I say, you just bring all the like terms together. So the twos, so you bring them next to each other, and then we will try to remove to take the ones from the denominator to the numerator. We'll show you how we want to do it step by step. Say 2 to the power 2x plus 3, and then multiplied by 2 to the power 1 minus x, like this. You should be extra careful here, because one mistake, your answer will be terribly wrong. So yep, we're done with the 2's on the numerator, but what's left is the 5. So we say multiplied by 5, you see. So you say the index of 5 is what? Is 2x plus 3. So this is just like, it's collecting like 10. There's no rule for this thing. So it's gonna be 5 is raised to the power 2 plus x, 2 plus x, and then multiplied by 5 to the power 2 plus x. Obviously with experience you'll be faster, but at the moment just be patient and allow it to take time. And then I want us to bring these denominators to the numerator so that it becomes simple for everyone. So now it will appear like this. You say 2 to the power 2x, like this, plus 3, and then 2 again to the power 1 minus x. I just put this into brackets. So now it's multiplied by 2 to the power 1 minus x again, and then we start with the first 5 now. 5 to the power 2x plus 3, like this, brackets as well. And then we bring this 5 on top so that we won't have a denominator. How do we bring the 5 on top? There is a rule of indices here. When we bring something on top, the index become negative. It's gonna be negative 2 plus x. Be aware of the negative because it will change the inside sign, like this. So there are 2 5s. So like now what's left is for us to bring the other 5. We say 5 to the power negative 2 plus x. Done. Very good. So now when it's like this, it's very simple now. So like this is the other rule of index that we missed. It's very important, but it's on the other smaller videos. It's clearly explained. When you're changing something, like anything from the denominator to the numerator, you raise it to the power negative 1. So like that's why we say negative the power, so that you can bring it on top. Now we do not have any denominator. So there is a rule of index that when the bases are the same, you just add the indices. So it's gonna be like this. 2, when we add the indices, we'll just remove the brackets. We'll say 2x plus 3, and then we say plus what, 1 minus x plus 1 minus x, just like that. You make one base and then add all their indices, the 3 of, but the base is only one base, and then you do it for the 5. You say 5 to the power you add the indices as well, but here it's tricky because it has negatives. So you can only make this, remove the bracket of this one only. This one you keep them like that so that you can observe when the sign changes. So you say 2x plus 3, but when you add the indices, it's the same as just saying minus 2 plus x. Plus, when you say plus minus, it's the same as saying minus, and then you say minus. You are not subtracting per se. You are just saying plus or minus, and then it's gonna say minus 2 plus x. So yeah, so now let's continue. Anyway, I sense that people will be confused by this thing, so let me kindly just erase it so that people won't be lost here. So here, let's do it properly, step by step. No, even when it can take long time, but the fact that people understood, plus a negative little bracket of which is, what is the bracket again? Because we're adding the indices, 2 plus x, right? 2 plus x plus negative what? 2 plus x, because when the bases are the same, we add the indices just to show, so that like it won't be a problem to a lot of people. But here we're dealing with the x. 2x minus x minus x, the x is eliminated, and then we say positive. So like when you deal with the collecting like terms of on the index of 2, like you realize that it will be 5. So now well, you know what, I decided to rewrite the index of 5 there, like as properly as possible. It's plus minus, where the minus wins. So then again, I insist on people to really see what I'm saying. So now the subtraction sign won, and then it's minus, it's no longer addition, and then you just remove the brackets. This is where people get it wrong. When you don't put the brackets, you won't see that this sign changes, minus x, and then minus 2 minus x again. If you didn't put the brackets, it will be plus x, and then your answer will have above x, and then it means that there's something wrong you did with the brackets. So it's very important here to put brackets. I hope it's clear to people. If you don't put the brackets, you won't see that the x is negative on both brackets. You will just say negative 2 plus x, negative 2 plus x. So be very careful here. So now when you say 2x minus x minus x, it's the x term is like, so the index will be 1, because when you say 3 minus 2 is negative 1. So 2 to the power 5, this is how you carry it, because you're not supposed to use a calculator. 2 to the power 5, it means 2 times 2 times 2. You should have about 2 by 5, and then in the multiplication, so you count them 1 2 3 4 5, and then you say 5 to the power negative 1 is the same as 1 over 5. You just say, to make the power positive, you just say 1 over 5. So now you have a situation like 32 here, there, when you calculate and then multiply by 1 over 5, which is the same as 32 over 5. So I think it's clear to people how you do this thing. I hope it's not going to be confusing. Just take it step by step and be patient. So this is how you do it, and you get your answers properly. So if your answer is above x, no, there's something wrong.